Okay guys, so we are taking a look at the decked system. Now, there's a lot of people who absolutely love this thing. I'm not one of them. I'm not saying it's a bad product, I'm just saying it's not worth the hype, basically. So, a little background. I had boxes in the back, and they were great. They stored everything forward towards the the middle of the vehicle, so suspended better, and everything was secure, and it was a great place to hold things. It was terrible to access. Had a bed cover thing, which was somewhat helpful, but it just ended up being really hard to get to anything I needed to when I needed it. So I've been playing around with this idea for years. I got one. I did not pay full price for this. This one was actually one for a Chevy Colorado or something. I have a Nissan Frontier, and yeah, so it didn't quite fit. What happened was, these are all the same. The drawers and sizes and whatnot, and ammo boxes, they call them, are the same size for all their mid-size trucks and so forth. But the top layer comes all the way out to the sidewall for each specific vehicle. So everybody's vehicle has, like, this one has a bump here, this is a bump here, so it ends up being different. The one I got actually was like an inch shorter width-wise, and that was really frustrating. So what I did was actually cut it down, which is the main modification I made to this, and I really like it a lot. Now, I paid probably, I think, like $800 for it. I would have rather paid $600 for it, to be honest with you, but it's a lot better than $1,400 for something. I would cut this down anyways, no matter what. Got my drawers, fantastic-ish, they work. Now, reasons I cut it down, because I know a lot of people are weirded out by that. Basically, yes, having it flat and extend over, it was nice to put like the concrete bag like here or whatever, another storage box while I'm camping right here. It worked out pretty well. However, it just ate up so much freaking space. Like all this space here, like I can put so many bags, or a bag or two here, not so many, but it was just gone. It was covered. I could not access it, and I hated that. I took my already small bed and made it much smaller. So what I did, like I said, I cut it apart. A little scary at first. They got these metal ribs, if you will, supports underneath, and as long as you don't cut too far in over the drawers and whatnot, it should be good. There's a frame. This is metal, plastic. This is a metal frame for the slide for the drawer. Now they come with normal brackets that hook up to somewhere specific for a vehicle, which I did not have, again, because it was Chevy Colorado, not Nissan Frontier. They have these little J-bolts in these little ammo boxes. These little holes here. You got this like plastic wing nut, basically, that have this long J-bolt at the other end and connect to what would be the factory mounting point, which I don't have that, so I put these in myself. So it didn't extend. Could get longer J-bolts, hated it anyways. So what they did, because the J-bolts here, they blocked this tube, if you will, this hollow, from being used for like putting, I don't know, the hammer. I put the sledgehammer there sometimes, and I just had to work around the J-bolt, really annoying. So what I did was, in the back, I made my own brackets. People these days are afraid to like cut into their bed, and it's really weird to me. But I took this little L bracket. Where'd I get that? I don't know, it was pre-made, but you can make one of these really easily if you want. Took some of the bolts that already run through here anyways, and bolted it through after I drilled a hole, and just drilled a hole into the bed, and silicone sealed it and whatnot. Let's go to the other side. And this one is right here. I could have moved it up a little bit more, which I would have liked to do, but this one is a lot more serviceable and just easy to access if I needed do anything with it. So I was like, let's go with ease of access. Anyways, and then underneath the ammo can, that's annoying to get to that one. I really hate calling these ammo cans or ammo boxes. It's just stupid of me. But whatever, that's not what we use. So this one got a little, I went a little crazy with the silicone here. But basically, just again, drilled a hole, put the carriage bolt through, and siliconed it. Again, I went a little extra in this one just because it was the last of the tube. I was like, oh, I'm just going to use the end of the tube. And, well, it just seemed dumb. We're gonna go under here. And there it is. Again, easy to access, easy to get to. I probably should spray that with some paint or so forth, or just use stainless steel ones. But that's where we are at the moment. And it is really nice to have these in the sense that, you know, all that stuff is relatively easy to access without having to open up the bed and whatnot, or the tailgate for the drawers. However, I probably really would have just liked to have 2 drawers, and I can put my own boxer bag there. I don't know. They're kind of silly to me.
Just a quick note, I am not trying to pick on Deck here. I'm not saying they're overcharging you for their product and they're bad guys. I'm just saying that, hey, this product isn't necessarily worth $1,400 to me. To me, personally, it's worth about $600, $800-ish. I'm not a manufacturer, don't know what the real costs are, don't know what their profit margin is, don't really care. I also did talk to them on the phone when I was trying to get dimensions for this sort of thing, and they were very helpful, very straightforward, seemed like decent guys to work with. So again, not picking on Deck. If you want to buy a straight product from them, go for it. Sounds fine to me.
I do appreciate something out of a plastic as opposed to like a steel that is lighter typically, although this is still relatively heavy itself. They say it's about 200, 250 pounds depending which one you get. I have an Adaleaf suspension in the back, so I didn't really know as much of a drop, so not too big a deal for me. I do feel like because it's plastic and there's less metal, like the strength ratios are completely different. So like there's this giant plastic block basically through the center that just wasting space. I mean, if this was steel, you could, or maybe even high grade, but thicker aluminum, you could have maybe not even a 1/4 inch thick piece, and you could push this box all the way there and have more box room. Same thing on this side. So I definitely think this isn't the best system, but I think it's fine. Alucab made a really cool stainless steel drawer system, which I really liked a lot, but they just stopped making them because I guess not enough people were buying them, which is unfortunate. Now, all in all, the drawers do work, they help keep things organized. I don't like how, obviously, to access the drawer, you have to have the tailgate open. So if I am somewhere stuck on a very narrow trail or whatnot, because I've definitely been backed up to a tree before, I'm not going to be able to get to that. So that is kind of an annoyance to it. I would prefer if these were, I don't know, hinged, where you could open them and still access it from the side. Like I could come over the side of the truck, open up a hinge, or open it this way perhaps, and grab what I need, close it too. I think that would be a better system. However, of course, you know, for that specific example, what I do is just, you know, hey, I'm probably gonna go off-roading, I'm gonna go trail. Let's put all this in a bag, in a backpack, whatever, and put it in the bed, or put it in the back seat, somewhere I can easily access it. So this is still fantastic for just keeping everything organized. Or put over there, I guess. Put in a backpack, put it in the cubby I now have. Now, I did go ahead and make my own little dividers here, little plywood. 1/4 inch plywood. I would prefer the plastic dividers. They definitely fit a little bit better than my little crap measuring abilities apparently. But I think the cost of purchasing those now would be like $30 or something, and I didn't want to pay $30 for that. I just didn't want to do it. If you don't want to make them, buy them. It's worth $30. They probably is worth $30. But again, anyways, back to this. I don't think this is worth the $1,500, $1,400 it is. I don't get it. I think it's silly. It's decent enough plastic, it really is. There are a lot of design issues, like the hinge doors or something like I talked about. If we could do stuff like that, I would say, hey, you know, it's probably worth it, just to convenience to have it all pre-made for you. I think it's definitely better than buying, you know, a wood box or making your own wood drawers. I think wood, honestly, just for the most part, doesn't belong in things with trucks and off-roading. But as I have my wood dividers. But yeah, that's where we are. So that's my little rant for today. If you have any questions, let me know. If you think I'm an idiot for cutting this down, hey, maybe you're right. But you know, my truck, I enjoy it. This works a lot better for me. I'm not saying this works for everybody. If you have a $1,400 one, maybe don't start cutting into it, you know. But for me, it works pretty well. Okay, hope that helps. See you guys later.
See you later, guys. Have fun. Don't get lost. Don't die.